Hello and welcome back to UTSRC. So you fancy getting into the crawling, but you don't really want to be spending an awful lot of money on a car and find that you don't like it. Now we've all been on AliExpress and we've all looked, but are these cars worth it? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's try one. Yes, so there we go. So I picked one of these cars up. Now this car, I'm hoping it's this one because it looks so much better than that one. I picked this car up off AliExpress for £27 delivered. £27. Now that's an awful lot less than what that just cost. But is it worth it? Now, a few reviews have said, yeah, they're pretty good, or they could be better. But for a beginner, are they any good? So let's get in the box. Let's see what the car's like, and let's have a good rummage around. Let's get in it. So let's have a look at the box. What are we getting into? So it's from LDRC. Let more people like playing models. Couldn't agree more. So it's from ages from 14 plus, 1/18 scale, a remote control classic model. Let more people like playing models again. Specification and colour content may vary, fair enough. And it's a 2.0 gigahertz radio. And there is the said radio. So we have four-wheel drive. We have a damping effect. We have light mode. Multi-directional. Stop! 9-gram servo. It's got a throttle. It has rubber tyres. And again, 2.4 gigahertz remote control. That is the other colour. Now, I'm going to be honest. That picture is a lot more appealing than that picture. But for the price, if it works, we're happy. We're happy. It's the LDRC Supercar 99. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, this is a good sign. I have a red tick. Now then, model. How do we get in? Right, so my sealing tape's already been cut. Don't know whether that's a good sign or a bad sign. I'm going to go with the good sign because it's been thoroughly checked. Oh, look, lots of plastic. Oh, we've got the red one. Supercar 99. Anyway. Oh, hello. Hello. Blimey. Plastic City. Right, let's get rid of the box. I'll go through this in a minute. Let's get all that out. Okay. So, radio. Okay, so it's Chinese. It feels very, very light. And it feels very cheap. However, what have we got here? We've got a trim, left and right. I'm guessing that's probably going to be steering trim, maybe. Who knows? We'll have a look at that when we get into it. Nice little thumb steer on there. Foam, fairly, yeah. Anyway, there's the remote. Oh, why did they do that? Why does it need a screw to hold the batteries in? Oh, you get a screwdriver. Anyway, that's the remote. Let's have a look at the car. What's that that's just fallen off? Oh, I've got a casualty. I've got a casualty. So the driver's heads are on a spring. However, his passenger, his co-pilot, yeah. There it is. We'll stick that back on in a bit. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, bouncy, 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 bouncy. Look at that. Do you know what? In fairness to it, it looks cool. It does look good. I like. Let's get this out and this severed head out of the way. 1 minute. Oh, I've lost his head. Anyway. That
in fairness, looked pretty good. Servo mounted on the axles as well. Yeah, them springs, yeah, they're friction dampers. They're friction dampers. And it's all, it looks to be Phillips screwdrivers. Now, I'm going to say it again. £27. It was £27, Ian. Okay. Plastic links, plastic drive shafts. Okay. Tyres. There's no foam in the tyres. However, they do compress quite nicely. I'm guessing they are just going to be plastic wheels. They're not going to be bead locks. But we apparently have LED lights in there. We have 2 drivers. Well, 1 complete driver, 1 not so complete driver. But you know what? Apart from the friction damping, can't stop doing that. That's pretty cool. Now then, let's compare it to the other 1/18th scale from Axial. And you know what? That is a pretty good size. That's a pretty good size. Right, let's get that out of the way. Right, so what else do we get? What else do we get? We have a remote control car user manual. I'm not entirely sure that equates to a manual, but there we are. We have presumably the same thing, but in Chinese. We have a box of bits. We've got a wheel hex. We have got the charger. Oh, and a little screwdriver and some spare screws. Oh, and some bits. Look at that. Brilliant. Right then. So how do we get the lid off this? Do we even get the lid off this? Oh, I'm seeing a screw. Oh, I think the battery goes in there. However, there's a Phillips screwdriver required. Anyway, do you know what? I'm going to get the battery out of there. I'm going to get the battery out. We're going to get it charged. And there's only one way to try this out in there. We need to head to the shed. We need to put it onto the course. Right, let's get it charged. Back shortly. So yes, it's a Phillips. What I would say though is do not over tighten these, because that screwdriver jumps about all over the place on that. Have a look in here. Is it in here? Oh, there it is. There's the battery. Can we get it out? Super duper. Ah, there you go. Get it in shot and make it a bit better. 7.4 volts, 500 milliamp battery. Excellent. Right, let's get that little thing charged and let's go and have some fun with it. Alas, I think it's too little too late for Tony. I don't know why I've called him Tony. The spring sits in, but his head just doesn't want to stay. I think it's only a matter of time. Another little thing that I've found is this super duper wheel tool that they give you is all very good. However, it does not fit the bolt that is on the wheel. A little bit annoying. So fortunately, I have got myself a 5mm hex. So it looks like if you haven't got any tools, you may just need to invest in some tools. But what I have found is this is the original tyre of the Traxxas T4. Is it T4X? No. T4 TRX 4M tyre. Now, what I've discovered is if you take that off, the wheel hex is the same. Now that instantly makes it look better, because those tyres initially out of the box from Traxxas are superb. Look at the difference in the tyre. So we might run it with these, and then I might put these on just for a bit of a comparison. What I would also suggest is get yourself a little tray, because those screws are incredibly small. Incredibly small. So to save you losing them, get yourself a little tray. You can get a little magnetic tray. You can also get them off AliExpress for a couple of quid, but get one of those. Okay, people, we are charged. Unfortunately, I don't think Tony's going to make the track. He's just, yeah. Oh well, never mind. You're on your own, driver. You're on your own, you little wobbly head. Anyway, battery's back in. The actual on and off switch, if I can get it in sort of so you can see it, is basically there, just under the battery tray. So switch that on and look, we've got little LEDs. I like those a lot. Let's see what it feels like here. Let's have a look. Yeah, it turns. Do you know what? That's quite good, that, for a servo. What's the speed like? Get that out of the way. Okay, so okay. Oh, it's four. Gee, it's a lively one. It's lively. Boy, check that out. Blimey, that's literally fraction. Blimey, right. Let's see how slow we can get it. Do you know what? That's quite good. It's just that reverse that needs a little bit of practice. Come on, let's go and put it on the track. Right, so we're here. We're on the track. Let's just get some of the foliage out of the way. Right. Let's see how we do. Let's see how these tyres cope. Now obviously I can't do the whole track, because if you follow the channel, you will know that the track is currently going through a little bit of an overhaul, just to add some bits. So we can only do a little bit of the track. That reverse function is slightly odd. It's almost got like a bit of a brake on it. So you sort of forward, brake, and then reverse. But the reverse is really aggressive. But I'm going to say it again, £27. Right. Come on, Ian. You're not shaping very well here. Now, what I will say is, God damn, reverse. What I will say is the tyres out of the box aren't the best. They're almost like getting a racing bike and going mountain biking in it. But to be fair, doesn't it look good? Doesn't it look good? Look at that. It looks good. I've got a bit more light on the scene up here, because obviously my strip light's not doing the job. But let's see how we get on down this, because this is a notoriously tricky part, and it still is. It still is a tricky part. Let's try it again. Try it again. See, Tony's head would have never have stood up to that, would it? That'd have been well off. Let's just get these trees out of the way. See, what you're also getting here is a little sneaky preview of the new ramped area. So if you watch this, you're already one step ahead of everybody else. Right, come on. Come on. Oh, nice. 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 Right, let's see. Can we get up here? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Find that line. No. No. Try again. Back on yourself. Come on. I love this. This is amazing. It's £27, people. It's £27. And all right, it sort of struggles in areas, but that might be the course, you know. See, it's trying, and that's what you want. You don't want something
to fly over a course easily. You want to be able to find a line. Alright, the tyres might be a little bit useless. I mean, at the minute, I can't seem to turn around, but never mind. But you know what? For a beginner, this is brilliant. This is really good. You know, it sort of teaches you to use a little bit of throttle control. You don't need to use a lot of throttle because it just goes. I mean, look at it. It's just... Don't forget, these are friction dampers as well. I mean, you can tell that by the way that the body's bouncing about. But it's great. Apart from that bit. Come on. Get over that. It's a big rock there. I'm going to call the driver. Going to try to call the driver Pete. Come on, Pete. You can do it. Right. Yeah, a bit weird that reverse, but apart from that, once you get... Look at it. I tell you what, with a few modifications, this could be pretty good. Let's see how we get on with this bit. Yeah, tyres perhaps aren't the best, but you know what? I absolutely love this. There it is. There it is. Again, it looks better with a bit of dirt on it. £27 delivered. I'd have loved that as a kid. Do you know what I mean? That is brilliant. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to try and put the other tyres on it just to see if it makes any difference. But I am well pleased with that.
So you might just get a little bit of rubbing there on the shock tower, but we'll see. For a free upgrade, we will see. But like I say, considering, and again, £27, you really can't grumble. Yes, it's not going to go over massive rocks and massive terrains, but it's 18th scale. It was never going to do that anyway. But, you know, for something that you can build in your back garden, or something that you can build in your shed, why is that not tightening? I think it's got to its... Yeah, right, okay. Look at that already. It looks so much better already with those slightly wider tyres on it. That is so cool. That is so cool. But I reckon if you just get some oil-filled shocks, and I reckon you could get it, there's nothing to stop you replacing this hardware at all with your with hex screws and things like that. And you could have yourself a pretty good rig. I'm pretty sure you could probably get different links as well, maybe, depending on how the links actually fit. And I'm pretty sure they're just screwed in at the side there. But you could have yourself a pretty good little rig. Obviously, the motor and the ESC, you'd probably want to upgrade them. But let's go and see what this is like now with those new tyres on.
Right, round 2. Let's see how this does now with these slightly chunkier tyres on. Weird reverse again. Come on. Taking off the foliage with me.
Wow, that's a massive difference. That's a massive difference. Just that little slightly wider tyre. Obviously, it gives you a lot more grip. Not so much there. But let's see, because we had a bit of an issue on this bit, if I remember rightly, last time. So let's just get around here. You know, I've only just noticed the detailing on the back as well with the little fans. That's cool. Still a little bit slippy, but that could well be the course. I am not unhappy with that. Oh, so close. So close. But 10 out of 10 for effort though. It's taken a bit of my course off. Look at that. Never mind. It's all good. We can repair that. Just need to find that line. We need to find that line. Come on. Oh! Do you know what? I think we'll leave that bit for now. But I'm going to call them tyres a little bit of a success. Look at the articulation on that. The reverse is a little bit weird on this. I'm not going to lie. And I know I keep saying it, but you kind of... It's not an instant reverse, which is a bit peculiar. But that is cool. That is so good. And it just gets a bit held up. That motor is just a little bit too weak as well, I think, for anything. You know what I mean? Just as soon as it gets a little bit sort of caught up, you can hear the motor struggling. So I don't think it's going to be anything too strenuous for this little thing. Come on. Come on. There we go. Love it. Absolutely superb. Oh. So there. So some different tyres on it. That has made a big difference. I know it didn't look like it, but yeah, that's me driving. What can I say? But what a difference that's made. Anyway, let's get back in the house because it's absolutely bouncing. So, what's the verdict on the LDRC Supercar 99? You know what? For the price, I don't know if I mentioned it, £27 delivered. I love it. It's absolutely superb. Look, for the money, it's 27 quid. But for the money, that will give somebody an awful lot of fun. It's got, obviously, I've put the extra wheels on it. Sorry, the updated wheels on it. And it just makes it look so good. It just makes it look so good. And I think with a few little upgrades to it, like I mentioned before, such as the oil shocks, just to get that sort of friction off a little bit more, just so it gives you a little bit more control over that suspension, and quite possibly a motor upgrade. Obviously, when you're getting into motor upgrades, you're going to have to start looking at the ESC and things like that. But for the price of them, and for the price of doing the upgraded parts on these things, you'd be daft not to look into it. I mean, that was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to do anything massive, but then again, neither is this thing. Neither is this. They are both built for scale rock crawling. Okay, so they're not going to do anything massive, and I get that, and I understand that, which is why my shed course is built the way it is. So both of these vehicles are capable, one more than the other at the moment. But
for the money, you can't go wrong. That is brilliant. Anyway, thanks for checking out this video, guys. We do have a couple more cars coming. We do have more updates to the crawler course coming. So thanks for watching this one. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take it easy.